The greatest majority of us go through life to a form of great tension, is a kind of ego-I tension. I'm not putting it down, but I'm just saying it's there. You know, it's me against the world, me quarreling with this person or that person, me wanting to achieve, me feeling happy that I have achieved, feeling miserable that I haven't achieved. And we go into this wave that goes up and down, up and down, up and down, and so forth. Now, very often, some spiritual people talk about the first stage of liberation, which is the awakening. And I'm just going to give you a simple example. So let's say that I'm a very tight, tense person with a lot of psychological complications. So I'm going around with this tense fist and forearm. I'm going around like this and saying, it's hurting me, there is a hurt there. And so I try maybe to do some practices of seeing lights, hearing voices, awakening kundalinis, boom, bam, getting things happening there. But it's not doing anything there. I'm just trying to entertain myself with sensations, looking for sensations. And then at one point we enter more into a devotional state, but also more mindful. So I begin to release myself, to breathe gently, deeper, to be aware of my body, to be aware of my breath, and somehow I feel a little bit more calm. I become aware of the tension that is within my body and within my breath, and I began to release it. Then, when that happens, I'm more able to give more alertness, attention to my feelings. And so here we go back to this tension. So instead of wanting a distraction from it by arising my kundalini or having other concentrations on the third eye and having experiences, I become aware of what really matters. So I see that this contracture, I feel it, so I become more aware of my mind, and I feel I am angry, I am upset, so I just feel these feelings, and I begin to see that these feelings are quite abundant. Then I go a stage further and I become aware of my mind, and I can see certain patterns. There is a pattern of anger, there is a pattern of rage, and these patterns are determining my sense of self or I. I am a person that I'm angry with men, with women, with all kind of people and circumstances, because they don't suit me. So this I can only feel satisfied if the external world somehow acknowledges it. So a lot of frustration pents up, and with frustrations very often as well depression, feeling low. And sometimes also we have things that come from our past that are even more difficult to see. But very gently, very lovingly, because we are gazing like a loving mother that looks at her child, is not about killing it, boom, I'm going to kill this ego that is creating the problem. Like if this was something external to me. Oh, this is my true self and this is my ego, so I'm going to shoot it. What? Shoot myself in the hand. My ego is also me, my I, my true self. So just bear with me. So as I began to become aware, then I realize this tension is created by my wrong perception about who I am. I identify purely with my reactions to the external world or to my past. So as I become aware of that, this begins to let go, to release. And then a new awareness slowly starts unfolding. And sometimes it might even flower quite nicely, like, aha, you know, which is, I'm not really this tension, but this tension that I'm not was just a misunderstanding. I thought there was somebody else there torturing me. But it's just a wave in a lake that suddenly realizes, hey, let me go back to the lake and truly relax. So this awareness takes place. And is more, for me it has been, and for many, it is a process of mindfulness, of becoming aware, you see, of what is creating the suffering. Is that retention of resentment, this continuous greed, this wanting more, and so forth. Yes, we must have what is necessary for our sustenance. But you know, when you want more and more and you think that fame and recognition and getting the best looking person and all of that is going to give you a true sense of self. And we realize with the years that it doesn't, because it comes and it goes and it lets us down. So when we let go, when we become aware of this separation created by us, and that this separation is just a misunderstanding, a tension within our own being, within what we are, that somehow this wave comes out, which is okay, but then it contracts and it doesn't go back. So in a way, we look at it in a motherly way, so to speak, to love it, to understand it, and then it can come back. So the children's come home. So it's not about destroying anybody, you know, but it's by just reminding them about their true nature and who they are and the path back home. So just be aware of this tension, very gently go into it and release it. Don't look so much for phenomenon, you know, for lights and so forth. Once you reach a certain level of release, sometimes this phenomenon will happen to you spontaneously. You know, there are little flares that come up of celebration, okay? But you don't get attached to those. You don't form another eye of someone having experiences. Very important. You can see my playlist on mindfulness, and in many other videos I go quite deeply into this process, but I just wanted to you know, summarize it in a short version and easily to follow. Okay? Thanks for listening, and hope to see you soon.